Hi everyone, it's Lane. I know I have not done any type of update or personal vlogging in a very long time, so I am seeking to combat that. I've gotten a lot of requests from people to continue doing that, which is both really flattering and encouraging, so thank you for caring about what I have to say and my well-being. As far as my well-being, I've been well. I've been really busy with school. I'm in the midst of finals right now. I'm almost done. I've been working as an intern for Original Plumbing Magazine, which, if you don't know, is a trans male magazine, but it's not limited to people on a transmasculine spectrum. I'll include a link to that for people who are interested or don't know what it is, because if you don't know, you should absolutely check it out, especially if you are watching my vlog, because then you're probably interested in things like that. Besides just being busy and things being hectic, I've sort of been hesitant to update my vlog, sort of because I feel that I've been really entrenched recently in this sort of academic queer theory atmosphere, and it causes me to think a lot about cultural productions of knowledges, especially for trans people, and how I contribute to that, for better or for worse. I always seek to do it in a way that stresses that this is my personal experience, that I absolutely do not speak for trans people as a whole, not even people that are more closer to my demographic. I don't even speak for all short, strange, white trans men. That's just not the case. I speak from who I am and what my experience is. And I've sort of looked back at my older videos and realized how much my thinking has changed, and then I realized that I should stop being hesitant about saying what I think and how I feel, because my thinking has changed so much, and that's really important, not just to document, but to expose that to other people and to get new modes of thinking out there. So I was thinking a lot about identity, especially, and how I have an older video from when I was in, I think I was like a junior in high school, talking about how I hate when people called me trans and a trans man, and obviously slurs for that. And I still do think that way, but I think that the way I came across was a little different than how I conceive of it now. What I'm trying to stress, and what I think I was trying to get at before, but I didn't really have the language to do that, is that I don't consider being trans a crucial part of my identity. I don't even necessarily consider it an identity per se. I think of it more as a descriptor. It's something that has obviously affected my life. I can't deny the fact that I was raised and socialized female, although I am a guy, and that does change the way that I navigate the world and how I think about things. And then transitioning is a huge process and change in many different things, and that does affect how you grow as a person, and it definitely has for me, especially being exposed to these sorts of discussions and the sort of discourse that's being had about trans people. Basically, what I'm saying about being wary of contributing to productions of transcultural knowledge is that there is this media trope of sort of the good transsexual, and that's not something that I want to be, although I realize that I sort of do fit into that, and that's also totally acceptable. You know, the way that my transition is that I grew up always feeling kind of strange, always identified with the more masculine side of life, whatever the hell that is. Always wanted to be a little boy, but wasn't. Realized what trans was, realized that was me after a lot of soul searching. Came out to the people around me, used masculine pronouns, had some difficulties with my parents, but now they accept me. I went on testosterone, and that was great. It was absolutely the right decision to me, and I'm really happy to have done that, and that I'm still on it. I would like to get surgery as soon as possible. I don't know when that will be, for a whole other set of factors. But basically what I'm saying is that my story is the one that the media loves, that they hang on to, and that they sort of spout as, look at this successful gender conforming person, they're the good transsexual, this is the way that we need to be seen in order to accept these people, and I think that is bullshit, and I really don't want to be contributing to that. I want to engage in discussions and get people to think about trans as more of a modality and less of individual people going from point A to point B and being gender conforming with their preferred gender identity the whole way through. I embrace the more feminine aspects of myself more so than I have ever been able to before, but I still do conform to masculinity in a way that people love to see in trans guys. So I just want to start opening up discussions both on my own vlog and otherwise, and through reading different things and hearing different voices and thinking about things differently in a way that can sort of get rid of this bullshit trope of what a trans person is, what a good trans person is, what a bad trans person is, while acknowledging how I fit into that and how I do fit this sort of narrative. But that there are certain ways in which I resist that. In that, another thing of the good trans person is always being willing to answer questions about their transition, usually really personal, but even when they're not really personal and invasive questions, there are still times when I obviously don't want to discuss those aspects of my life, either because I'm not in the mood, I don't think that it's pertinent to what's going on, or with the venue that I am describing it in. So those are just a few things that have been on my mind. I will be updating this more now that school's about to get out, and now that I've sort of gotten over this threshold of my hesitance to post, and I hope that everyone who is still following my blog is doing well. And yeah, so later.